Hello and welcome to Bourbon Forage Fishing. I'm your host Ryan. Today we're going to talk about this controversy, the Stagg Jr. Batch 23B. It's the 23B. And recently, big bourbon reviewer, the Bourbon Junkies, who I watch regularly, I really like those guys. They're very funny, very entertaining, and very decent palates. They gave the Stagg Jr. a wretched B-. And I want to give those guys props. I feel that score is too high, the B-, but at least I believe they're the only bourbon review channel on the internet to point out the obvious problem. Or they didn't really point out the specifics of the problem, but they pointed out that this batch is weak. They didn't get into the details as to why this batch is weak. This batch is weak because the rye has gone awry here, folks. You've got some kind of situation where the rye has spoiled or molded, and you've got a minty, molded mint well water that shows up in the mid and goes all the way through the finish and just tastes like gross spilled toothpaste well water in your mouth. I don't even drink this out of a glass, it's so bad. Ew. So right into the mid and the finish, that gross well water toothpaste thing shows up and it just kind of ruins this. Now this is phenomenal. It's a typical awesome Stagg Jr. in the front, into the mid. Ew, gross. Into the mid, but towards the middle of the mid, all the way to the finish, it just tastes like basically a sewer rat jizzed in your mouth. It's very, very gross. And I just wanted to show, this is kind of a testament to how bad online whiskey reviewers are. This should never get a very high score anywhere. So again, props to Bourbon Junkies for not sucking at doing their jobs. Most people that review whiskeys online aren't very good at what they do, unfortunately. There's very few people I promote. When I tell people, if people ask me about online whiskey reviewers, friends and family, the two that I do promote are the Bourbon Junkies, and the other one is the ADH whiskey. He's kind of a funny, goofy guy, but in actuality, he's got a really solid palate. So there's dozens of reviews of this. Nobody's pointing out the obvious flaws in this. Nobody's pointing out that sewer rats have crawled into the distillery there at Buffalo Trace and began jizzing into their distillate before it was placed into the barrels there, because something went terribly awry with this. I also have another video that maybe I'll link somewhere. Yeah. Will's gonna come in here and try this sewer rat cum. It shows up in the mid. It's a disgusting, foul well water plus spoiled rotten mint. It's on the finish really bad.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I think it will turn a lot of people off. I'm going to edit that out. So that disgusting putrid well water mint will turn a lot of people off. I also did a video, which maybe I'll link in the comments section down below, about the 2023 Van Winkle family rye. Absolutely putrid. Putrid garbage. Terrible bourbon, or whiskey rye, sorry. And this has a very similar flavor profile. So it's something to do with rye. Something to do with rye going awry. I'm not a distiller. I don't know what happened. Maybe somebody that knows more about the science of distilling can tell you. But the moral of the story is online bourbon reviewers aren't particularly good, generally. And I think they're not particularly good mainly because they drink too much bourbon and they drink too many bourbons. They're constantly scrounging up the newest release or the newest bottle or the newest thing, and they're constantly trying, and they try a lot of lower end stuff too, mixed in with their high stuff. And I think their taste buds are just overstimulated. I don't personally drink a lot. I don't even drink every night, and when I do drink, very rarely would I go up to 3 ounces. It's always between 1 and 2 ounces a night. And when I do drink, I'm very cognizant to cleanse my palate, to try to be very aware of what I'm drinking, and I take bourbon reviewing extraordinarily seriously. That's why if you watch this channel, you'll know not to buy this Stagg Jr. Just don't buy it. If you can pick it up at retail, it might be worth, because still you get half of this. The first half of this is phenomenal because it's Stagg Jr., but I mean, if you have a chance between this bottle and another bottle, every single batch of Stagg Jr. which has ever been created is better than this. This is the worst Stagg Jr. ever in the history of man. Online bourbon reviewers suck, save maybe Bourbon Junkies and ADH Whiskey. There's just a lot of bad reviewers out there, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. That's just the matter of the fact. I have decent taste, and I can pick up when I'm tasting moldy, rotten mint in a bourbon that I'm supposed to love. So, what more can I say? Again, awesome job, Bourbon Junkies. B-. I would have liked to have seen you guys point out the obvious flaws of the rye going awry, but what more can I say? Don't buy this. If you're faced with the opportunity to buy something else other than the 23B, don't trade for this. If you're in the trading world, do not trade for a 23B. Not worth it. Skip it. This is a batch you want to 100% skip. Thank you so much, Permaforge Fishing.